Hey folks, welcome back. So I'm going to show you MCToon. It's finally released about a day or two ago. Running behind, got a family, got things to do. Of his 24-hour time lapse of the sun, doing 360 around, and this is the one where he did. He also did a video where he showed he made a sundial, and this, so you'll actually see the little like rocks, like boulders of snow around it. So you actually had a previous one. I think I'll try to get it to you. It's quite cool. Shows the sundial that he set up. He did he actually, before he went down, he had somebody do the predictions on what degrees on the sundial, how long the shadows would be. You can set up these little boulders all the way around, doing 24 hours all the way around, and you can see where it's pretty much spot on every single boulder, every single point where the shadow reached and touched that boulder. So this is actually a globe prediction that he did before he even left to go to Antarctica, and he did it. So you'll see this, you see the boulders, that's what that is, and I'll try to put that up in the vid. But let's have a look. It's quite interesting. It's quite a good one too.
Shadows play, tracing circles through the eternal day, under the sun that never falls, the silent keeper of time recalls. Beneath the sky so vast, so time unfolds in a steady hue, frozen still and glow, yet time moves on. The sundial's shadow, a fleeting beneath the sun's relentless blaze, a valley glows in unbroken days, encircled by mountains, grim and vast, guardians forged in ages past. The sundial marks each fleeting hour, in sunlight cast by a higher power. Yet stone and peak in eternity stand, watched by the eye of a timeless hand.
there you have it. Now that was done with the Insta360. So what that is, for people who don't know, is that it's actually, it sits on a tripod and it's got two cameras. They're back to back. So one does 180 degrees, it can film, and then the other one can do 180 degrees. So sometimes you'll see like a little blip where there's like a, that's where it stitches itself together because it's going from one camera to the other. And so the software in the camera will actually stitch it together. So you might see a little blip. That's all it is, switch it from one camera to the other, and it stitches it together. The same as if you were doing a panoramic with your camera phone, and then what that is taking different pictures and stitching them all together. So it's not fake, it's just a fact of how the camera works. But as you can see there quite clearly, that is a 24-hour sun. And some people ask, why isn't there some sort of aberration as they're moving? It's because it's not a camera that's physically moving and panning. It's two 180-degree cameras that are watching, and then all he's doing is that he's taking different shots, and then he's just putting the time lapse, he's putting each shot back to back to back to back to back, and obviously you just watch it for the sun. So there you go. So that's it. So Dave McKeegan has released one. MCToon has released a couple. Dave McKeegan, I just put up the one where he did the solar filtered one. We actually did have an equatorial mount with his camera on the sun, and you can see it. We did a full 360 and watch the sun. You can see the sunspots and see how they move. And actually was loads of evidence there to show that the globe, because he actually showed some other observations from different parts around the world, in northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, around, and you can see how the sunspots, exact same sunspots, were at different angles. North America, they were flipped 180 degrees and facing up and down, and then his one, it was flipped on the other side, and it looks like it was two spots and one down, which would only be possible as if he was on a spherical Earth, and so he was actually 180 degrees rotated from the other people who took the one up in the States. So, and as I said before, I've submitted a few there, and I think MCToon's reviews used a couple of my observations that I did from the UK, but here nor there. So there you are. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow me for more videos as I destroy the flat Earth. And the final experiment is definitely one where the flat earthers are just losing it and flat Earth is crumbling down to the ground. And Flurfs, well, they're jumping ship and swimming off just like if the Titanic was going down. Thanks for watching. See you again.
And by the way, all those rumors on the internet are fake. I'm not flat. I'm not hollow on the inside, and there's definitely no reptilians inside of me!